So many times I thought you'd leave me. Broken inside, I feel I've lost my sanity. I don't believe in happy endings. Bottle my pride and hope you'd still love me in the end. Didn't want to leave your arms, but I feel like you won. You left my soul to starve. I don't believe I'm the one. Ooh, I can't show that I'm hurting. You can't know that I'm worried. I gave up in a hurry just to know I'm safe. Love is a fire and I'm burning.
Hi guys, you ready for it? Today's the first cat, part 3. Today's video is about, oh, she hates being held, so she's not going to be here this whole video. This is Karma. She's a tortoise shell, and she is 5.5 years old. Oh yes, I'm going to set her down now. She is not a, what do you want to say, a lovable cat. She is the type of cat that will, when she wants the loves, she'll come up to you. But any other time, like right now, I just woke her up from her nap to pick her up. She's not doing it. Nope. So Karma's story starts with a very, very sad ending. I had a cat named Mina, and she is the type, she was the type of cat that as soon as you laid her food down, she devoured it. She was not the type of cat to just leave the food in the bowl and munch through the day like these 3 are. As soon as the food was down, she was eating. So, one day she stopped eating. And so we literally that day took her to the vet, like, this is not her, this is not her personality. Wiley, stop! This is not her personality, something is wrong. So we take her to the vet, and he goes, okay, it's going to be a while, we're booked. So we went out to eat, and right as I got my food, I got a call from the vet saying we needed to get back there right this second. So my mom and I went back to the clinic, and my dad stayed behind for the food, and literally that day we put her down. She had breast cancer, diabetes, liver failure, and kidney failure, and we never knew it. She never acted like she was in pain. She was always playing. She was always hunting. She was always eating, drinking, catching mice because we live out in the country. She never once showed she was in any pain. So we put her down, and it was hard. And because I rescued her. All of my cats have been rescued. She was dropped off. Mina was dropped off out here by idiots who think just because we live in the mountains that it's great to drop off animals. Well, we live right next to train tracks. We have tons of predators out here. And we live right next to a highway and cattle guards. Not the best place to drop off cats and dogs. People drop off dogs too. But anyways, so that same day, we went back to go eat, and of course, you know, I'm bawling my eyes out. I don't want to eat. I just put my cat to sleep. I don't want to freaking eat. I had that cat for 13 years. And my uncle goes, well, let's just go get you another cat from this shelter. I'm like, could we at least, like, give it a week or so? You know, like, let me, like, mourn my cat. You know, she literally had just died, and, like, a half hour later, my uncle's trying to take me to get a kitten. And I understand. He hates to see me sad. He hates to see me upset. He hates to see me lose my animals. So this is where karma comes into play. My sister, at that time we were talking, and she had messaged my mom before we had sat down to eat, so before Mina had passed, and said that there was a lady on Facebook giving away 3 itty-bitty kittens. Like, I mean, they were not even half the size of Annabelle. That's how little they were. And I think they were 2 months at that age, so something wasn't right. She came out to my neighbor's house. So it's a complicated story. She came out and she found out that my cat had just been put down, and my cat looked just like Karma, except not as much red blonde colors. She was more like a dirty brown with black stripes. And so, this is all over the place. So, she brought up Karma. And at this time, I was still with my ex-fiance that I was with when he took Annabelle. And my sister goes, I want these two. You can have this one. I'm like, my cat literally just died. Like, give me a little bit, you guys. You know, literally an hour later, everybody's trying to give me these cats. Like, yeah. So my sister said that if I didn't take Karma, which she wasn't named at that time, that she was going to give Karma away. And at that time, I liked the idea of taking Karma to play with her sisters. So I took her. Didn't want to. Didn't really want her. I always feel like I never fully mourned Mina because an hour and a half, 2 hours later, I got a kitten. All my attention was on her. But at that time, she reminded me so much of Mina. It kind of almost made me feel like Mina's spirit was in her until her personality came out. And Mina was the type of cat that loved to be held and loved on, and Karma's like, don't touch me unless I want you to. As a kitten, Karma was completely different. She's grown now. You guys just seen her. She's 5. She's chunkier, which is weird because my 3 cats share 1 cup of food a day. It literally takes them all day and all night to eat that between the 3 of them. So it's kind of weird that she's fatter. Sorry, Karma. When we got Karma home, we put her in a kennel, and oh god, whew. We put her in a kennel, and she, I don't know, she was skin and bones. She was so terrified of people. She was a barn kitten. She was so aggressive. Like, I mean, you picked her up before she became lovable, and you looked like you went into battle with her. Like, that's how cut up you were. And she had diarrhea everywhere. She was soaked in it, so we had to give her a bath. And my fiance was complaining that he had to hold her. Yeah, all you have to do is hold her. I'm the one getting water and rubbing it on diarrhea and rubbing it off of her, and you're complaining about holding on to her. Seriously? Yeah. Anyways, so long story short, she's healthy and all that, and we took her down to my neighbor's house to play with her 2 cats, and I can't find the picture. I looked everywhere for this picture for the last 2 hours. I know exactly where it is, and every time I look, when I need it, I can't find it, but as soon as I don't need it, I can find it. And it's this picture of me 5 years ago standing at my neighbor's house, and I'll insert a different picture of her as a kitten. And we were standing there, and I can't find this picture, I'm sorry, and she was the type of cat that would climb up your pant leg, climb up your shirt, and sit on your shoulder. And just go for a ride around the house. She is no longer that cat. And it sucks because I loved how lovable she is. She was so sweet. And I'm not saying she's not. She's over there glaring at me right now, which comes to her name. Mina was named Mina because when you pick her up in the beginning, she was extremely mean. And then as the years went by, she got sweeter. Karma, like I said in the beginning, reminded me somewhat of Mina. So Karma is the type of cat, she wants to be loved when she wants to, otherwise don't touch her. So that's why we named her Karma, because Karma's a bitch. But Karma can also be very sweet. So yeah. So she used to ride around on my shoulders, and I have a video of her, and I can't find it. But you know those extremely expensive kennels that are like $500? They're like custom built, and so I can't find the video. And Karma, as this kitten, we were acclimating her to my neighbor's cats because they're just so much bigger. We just didn't want to turn out this kitten in this home she had never been in with these 2 big cats, and they ended up loving each other. But her recent best friend died at my neighbor's house. He had to be put down like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So yeah, that's sad. And he was like 9 years old. Anyways, she climbed the side of the kennel, and I'm talking about a wire kennel. She climbed the side of it, and I cannot find the video, and she climbed to the top, and the top was wire as well, but the edges of it were wood. We had tied a toy to the top hanging down into the kennel so she'd have something to play with. What does this cat do? But she climbs up the side of the wall, climbs up to the ceiling. So if this is the ceiling and this is down into the kennel, she's hanging upside down, like are those lemurs or the monkeys that hang upside down from the tree limb. And then she is taking one paw off and swatting the toy instead of just sitting on the ground and playing with the toy. And I've had her ever since. And she absolutely hated my other two cats when I got them. Absolutely 100% hated them. And I swear to this day, she still doesn't like my boy cat, which I'll talk about later. But she is so funny. She used to play with Annabelle. Annabelle would be sleeping, and as a kitten, Karma would go, because she's a year younger than Annabelle, would climb over and stand like over top of Annabelle while Annabelle's sleeping, right? And out of nowhere, this cat would wrap her paws around Annabelle's throat tight, like a freaking chokehold, and just wrestle her off the bed. My bed is hip height and I'm 5 foot. Annabelle is little. You guys have seen her. Karma's, oh, she's a big cat, kinda. And she would wrestle Annabelle and throw her off the bed. And you would think, oh my god, this little dog just fell so hard onto a wooden floor. That's gotta hurt. Oh god, no. Annabelle would smack her with her paw, chase her around the room. They'd chase each other. You would see the cat chasing the dog chasing the cat, and it wasn't like in a mean way. They were playing. And so Annabelle would wait till Karma's asleep, and Annabelle would stand on top of Karma and do the exact same thing and roll her off the bed. Now at this time I had Sassy, my miniature schnauzer, who passed away in September, and then Frazier passed away in October, and then my mom had 3 of her dogs die between those 2 months due to cancer and diabetes. Oh god. Anyways, and when I had Sassy was the type of dog, she didn't play with anybody. She just was so timid, and she was extremely timid, extremely afraid of everything. She's just one of those dogs. And the only 2 she would play with, dog-wise, was Annabelle and Wiley. And the only cat she would ever play with, we had tons of cats before we got Mina and Karma, and she wouldn't touch them. She loved playing with Wiley, Annabelle, and Karma. You would see all 4 of them just sitting on the ground, taking their paws and smacking each other, nipping each other, just having a blast. Karma brought so much life into Annabelle and Sassy, and sadly, when I got my other 2 cats, they are rescues as well. When we got them, Annabelle stopped playing with her, and she stopped playing with Annabelle. Once in a while, she'll walk by and just kind of throw her tail up, kind of like in the shape of a question mark, and go like that, and Annabelle will just kind of wag her tail, and they'll just run off and chase each other a lap or 2 around the room, and that's it. And it sucks because she brought so much life and personality into my 2 dogs that were so timid and that I had never seen, and now it's gone. And it kind of sucks. Karma's sisters, my sister ended up keeping, and one of them, I believe, I haven't seen my sister in like a year, but whatever. I believe Ophelia is her name, and she is black with hints of orange, whereas Karma's like orange and brown with hints of black. Now, Arabella is her other sister, and she looks like Karma, but she's got more black on the face with hints of orange. So that is Karma's rescue story. It's sad, but it's happy at the same time because she brought so much life and energy and so much personality, and she still has so much personality. I just hope that, she plays with the other cats where she never used to. And she stopped playing with Annabelle and Wiley, which kind of sucks. But I don't know. Maybe one day they'll start playing again. I'm trying not to cry right now because it is such a hard story. I'm trying not to cry right now. It is such a hard story. There's so much into it that it's just, I feel like it's not just Karma's story. I feel like it's Mina's, Karma's, Sassy's, Annabelle's, and Wiley's story. All 5 of them, because she brought so much. And I always kind of wonder if it was meant to be that Mina passed away that day and I got Karma, because I honestly, with Karma's personality, I don't think her and Mina would have gotten along because Mina was so lovable and Karma was so lovable. I think it would have been kind of like a jealous relationship. Like when I get into the story of the other two, it's a jealous relationship. So yeah. Anyways, that is Karma's story. There's a lot to it. It's all over the place. Okay. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed part 3. Okay. Bye.